All right, music lovers, buckle up. We're about to take a trip through your incredible year in music, courtesy of your 2024 Spotify Wrapped.
And we are as so ready to unwrap this sonic journey with you. We're your hosts, dropping in from Google's Notebook LM.
First things first, let's talk about some serious listening dedication. You clocked in 20,182 minutes on Spotify this year.
Whoa, that's like almost 340 hours. That's more than 2 full weeks of nonstop music.
No wonder you're in the top 18% of Spotify listeners globally. You've got an amazing soundtrack for your life.
And June 23rd seems to have been a day for music. I
Yeah.
mean, 771 minutes, it's like over 12 hours of listening.
I'm guessing something special must have been going on. Whatever it was, it sounds like the perfect vibe.
Speaking of good vibes, let's talk about your top song of the year. You ready for this?
Hit me with it. What was the soundtrack to your 2024?
Your most played track is GM02 Chapter Clear from the Bayonetta original soundtrack by Bayonetta.
Okay, seriously impressive choice. Not only is this a phenomenal track, but you listened to it 81 times.
That's not just a favorite song, that's like a whole mood. You're basically a Bayonetta soundtrack aficionado.
And get this, you're in the top 0.001% of listeners globally for GM02 Chapter Clear.
Talk about bragging rights. That's definitely something to show off to your friends.
You've clearly got great taste in gaming soundtracks, which leads us perfectly to your top artist.
You spent a whopping 1,739 minutes this year with Sega's Sound Team.
Wow, that is some serious Sega Sound Team love.
That puts you in the top 1% of listeners, which means you're practically part of their inner circle.
With that much listening time, you must know their music inside and out.
Now let's take a little time machine trip and see how your music taste evolved throughout the year.
Ooh, I love this part. I always wonder how my own taste has changed over the months.
Okay, so back in February, we see you stepping right back into the 90s with all that smooth throwback R&B and new jack swing.
Tony, Tony, Tone, high five. Bobby Brown, The Legends.
You were really feeling those good vibes, feels good, and
Yeah.
I like the way the kissing game were totally your jam.
Those tracks are pure sunshine. I can already see you cruising down the highway with the windows down, singing along.
Then June rolls around and things get a little more high energy. It's all about those supercharged video game soundtracks.
No surprise there, especially with GM02 Chapter Clear taking the top spot.
But you weren't just stuck on one artist. You explored a whole world of video game music. We saw Go Hall Road on your playlist, and I got to give a shout out to Break Out Of by Shio Harada.
See, this is what I love. You're not afraid to explore new artists and sounds.
Then, as summer heats up in August, things take on a more mellow vibe.
I'm sensing a theme here. Summer equals chilled out vibes.
Totally. It's your after-hours clean rap hip-hop phase.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar, Pharrell Williams, Outkast.
You had it all.
Frontin' and That Girl by Pharrell Williams. Those are instant classics.
Absolutely. Those tracks are perfect for those laid-back summer nights. But it's not all about the big names. You've got some real hidden gems in your listening history.
Ooh, spill the tea. What did we uncover? Well, first off, you had an incredible 44-day listening streak for Sega Sound Team. That is some serious dedication.
Wow, that's like a whole musical odyssey.
You were clearly on a roll. You also kept up with all the new releases.
Okay, let me guess. You were all over Godard's She Know What She Wanted back in January.
Spot on. And of course, you embraced Kendrick Lamar's Euphoria when it dropped in April.
Love it. Always got to stay on top of the latest music.
You also showed some love for anime with Straw Doll Technique Resonance by Rin from the Jujutsu Kaisen soundtrack.
That's a great one. I can practically hear the action sequences just thinking about it.
And last but not least, a little Broadway magic. Something Rotten with songs like A Musical was clearly a favorite.
Now that's what I call a musical journey. From smooth R&B throwbacks to high-energy gaming anthems and even some Broadway classics, you've got it all.
It's been an absolute blast unwrapping your 2024 Spotify Wrapped. You clearly have an incredible ear for music.
Cheers to a year of amazing music. We can't wait to see where your sonic adventures take you in 2025.
That's a wrap from us. We've been your hosts, visiting from Google's Notebook LM. Keep those playlists rocking.